Who are the top 10 rappers in the world right now? This is currently one of the most controversial topics being discussed. It takes a wide range of skills and characteristics all brought together in one person for a rapper to achieve the level of notoriety they deserve. A good rapper must obviously have a sense of rhythm and the ability to complement the beat in unexpected and interesting ways in order to be considered successful. You could have the best flow in the world, but if the words don't come together to tell a captivating story or convey a distinct point of view, it won't convert into a great hip-hop song. A talent for lyrics and language is also required. During the 1980s and 1990s, everyone was obsessed with Biggie and Tupac, but in the 2000s and 2010s, everyone was obsessed with who could spit the most incredible spit. And as a direct consequence of this, some tremendously talented and exceptionally brilliant musicians have surfaced, musicians who not only dominate the rap game but also the entire Billboard and the entire world. The songs that these musicians have created have pushed the limits of music, and now we can't imagine throwing a party without them. Today we will talk about top 10 best rappers in 2022. Number 10. Drake. Drake is the stage name of Aubrey Drake Graham, who is a musician from Canada who is also a rapper, record producer, and songwriter. In 2009, Drake became a member of Young Money Entertainment, the record label owned and operated by Lil Wayne. There is a widespread consensus that he has surpassed Wayne and a great deal of other well-known artists to become the greatest of all time. In addition to this, it is undeniable that Drake has been the most influential pioneer in hip-hop ever since he made his debut in 2009. Drake is one of the most successful male musicians in the United States, despite the fact that he is originally from Canada. Number 9. Nas. Nasir bin Oludara Jones, better known simply as Nas, is your man if you're looking for the most talented living lyricist there is today. Nas is one of the very few rappers to have had 8 consecutive albums certified platinum or multi-platinum since his career began. However, that is not the only quality that sets him apart as one of the finest. He also possesses the following: Nas is a master of the art of storytelling. It is because of his music that a new generation of MCs has been influenced, and he is known as the king of the street anthem. Number 8. Rakim. William Michael Griffin Jr., best known by his stage name Rakim, is a rapper and record producer from the United States. Paid in full, his 1987 debut with Eric B. was a quantum leap in terms of mic skills, from its intricate internal rhyme schemes to his soft-spoken delivery. Rakim is regarded as a seminal figure in hip-hop for pushing the bar for MC skill to unprecedented heights. Rakim was instrumental in popularizing internal rhymes and multisyllabic rhymes. Rakim is also recognized for initiating the transition from simpler old-school flows to more sophisticated flows. Number 7. Kendrick Lamar. Rapper Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is a very talented individual who possesses a lot of potential. The degree to which he is proficient in composing and producing hip-hop tracks is a significant factor that has contributed significantly to his high ranking. Lamar is a poet of the highest caliber, on a level with the very best of his contemporaries and able to compete with the very best of his contemporaries. Over the course of the past few years, he has released a number of songs that have contributed new concepts and points of view to the hip-hop narrative. These songs have helped to keep the genre fresh and relevant. In addition to this, ever since he first appeared on the scene, he has been able to keep the same consistent sound in the music that he creates. This ability has allowed him to maintain a prominent position in the industry. The most recent albums that he has released, Section .80, Good Kid Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly, contain some of the most vivid examples of rap music that have ever been recorded. These albums have some of his more recent musical output on them. Number 6. The Notorious B.I.G. With the release of his debut album, Ready to Die, in the year 1994, Christopher George Lator Wallace, better known by his stage name the Notorious B.I.G., solidified his position as the most influential figure in the history of American hip-hop. The Notorious B.I.G. was born Christopher George Lator Wallace. Christopher made his debut as a solo artist with the release of the album Ready to Die. Biggie had a career in the hip-hop music industry that was relatively short but nonetheless had a significant impact on the culture at large. Even though he has been gone for more than 2 decades, many people in the hip-hop industry continue to hold the belief that he was the most talented artist who ever lived. He was considered to be the most talented artist who ever lived. This perception has not been altered by his passing. What do you think about our list of the top 10 rappers in 2022? If you are enjoying the video, then don't forget to hit the like button. Continue watching the video until the end to find out who is the best rapper of 2022. Number 5. Tupac. Tupac Amaru Shakur is regarded as the best rap artist who ever lived by a sizable number of music fans all over the world. He died in 1996. Tupac Shakur was undeniably the most talented rapper who was active during that time period. Unfortunately, he passed away much too soon on September 13, 1996. This is a tragedy because he was the most talented rapper who was active during that time period. People continue to speak highly of him even after it has been 20 years since he passed away. This is due, in part, to the fact that he frequently addressed significant issues that are being confronted by society in the songs that he wrote, which is one of the reasons why this is the case. Because he has written songs that speak out against injustice, the community has come to view him as a symbol of defiance. This is largely due to the songs that he has written. The fact that he's been writing songs is largely to blame for this development. In spite of the fact that he had only been performing as a rapper for the preceding 5 years, he had a significant impact on the culture. His contributions to music had a significant impact on society. In addition to that, he possessed incredible skills with the microphone and a fantastic flow with the music. Those were his 2 greatest assets. Number 4. Eminem. Eminem, whose real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III, is a stage name used by the American rapper, songwriter, and record producer known simply as Eminem. He performs under the name Eminem. It is more common to refer to Mathers III by his stage name. Over 220 million copies of his albums have been distributed all over the world, making him one of the musicians who holds the record for the most successful record sales in the history of music. He is one of the few musicians who has been successful in reaching a broad audience with songs about murder, rape, and drug addiction conveyed in a way that provokes thought. In 2000, Eminem released the Marshall Mathers LP, which set a record in the United States for the fastest-selling rap album. The incredible success of the album, which included the provocative hit singles The Real Slim Shady and Stan, brought more controversy. To silence critics, in 2001 Eminem performed a duet with openly gay musician Elton John at the Grammy Awards, where the Marshall Mathers LP was nominated for Best Album of the Year. His music has a broad appeal. Number 3. JayZ. JayZ is a rapper who has the ability to become excessively sophisticated, but in general, he prefers to keep his approach simple. This ability is one of the reasons why he has achieved such widespread success. Because of this, he is in a better position to concentrate on honing his message and sharing it with others, which is his primary area of expertise. This has allowed him to be in a better position. You can tell that JayZ has been through a lot of struggles simply by listening to his music because he has a lot to say about those struggles in his music. This is because he has been through a lot of struggles in his life. He was the first rapper to make $1 million and is currently the wealthiest musician in the United States. Additionally, he is the most prosperous musician in the entire world. In addition to being the recipient of 22 Grammy Awards, he is responsible for the sale of more than 50 million albums and 75 million singles all over the world. His abilities as a songwriter have been acknowledged by the Songwriters Hall of Fame, which has led to his induction into the hall. Number 2. Lil Wayne. American rapper, record executive, and businessman Lil Wayne, whose given name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., is also known by the stage name Young Money. His stage name is Lil Wayne, but most people just call him Wayne. One of the hip-hop performers who has had the most significant impact on his generation, according to a good number of his contemporaries, he is one of the artists who he belongs to. Lil Wayne is currently the artist with the most Billboard Hot 100 hits of any artist in history, making it impossible to contest the commercial success that he has achieved to this point. Between the years of 2004 and 2009, he was responsible for the release of an incredible number of mixtapes, albums, and guest appearances. Because of this, he is considered to be the most prolific example of quality combined with quantity that hip-hop has ever seen. No other MC has ever rapped with such brilliance on such a wide variety of tracks for such a prolonged period of time. This is a feat that has never been accomplished before. Number 1. Juice WRLD. Rapper, singer, and songwriter Jared Anthony Higgins, better known by his stage name Juice WRLD, was born and raised in the city of Chicago, Illinois. His single released in 2018 under the name Lucid Dreams has been played over 1 billion times on Spotify and has made it to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. He was able to secure a record deal with Lil Bibby's Grade A Productions and Interscope Records thanks to the success of his previous single, Lucid Dreams, as well as his current single, All Girls Are the Same. Higgins passed away as a result of an overdose of heroin at the Midway International Airport in Chicago. What do you think about our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.